Welcome everyone to the Watchalong. We're here for Geelong versus the Cats. How you doing, Jace? They've moved it till tomorrow with the Easter weekend, so Cat would have till 11 o'clock tomorrow to appeal. So don't worry about that. But we've got the great game today. We've got the Cats versus the Hawks. So put your predictions in. Much needed win here for the Cats. They've had a very slow, haphazard start to the season, but should be a good one, I'm expected. But we do love a little bit of Monday night footy. Edwards going Geelong by 20. I think Geelong should get back onto winning. The old winning. You'd expect so, Cam. Let's hope so for them. Makes Carlton look better if they win as well. Already seen the media have started the whole Carlton haven't beaten anyone of note train. So hopefully we can see Cats have a resounding win here and creep up the ladder a bit. But it should be a great game. Hawthron will feel very buoyed after last week. Very dominant. They were impressive at times, I've got to say. So hopefully they make it tough for the Cats. Adelaide can't wait for that one, mate, either. And I am looking forward. I do love, I've got to say, even though the AO's an unhappy hunting ground for the Blues, it's always one hell of a game. You got to remember this time last year they were saying Geelong were too old and too slow as well. Changed their mind a lot, did the old media. Yeah, weather change, chills. The weather change, mate. I'll be right. It'll be a great test, Ed. It'll be a great test, my friend. Can't wait. So we've got big 5 minutes for the Cats and the Hawks. Great fixture for Monday. What's everyone think about Gavaround next week? Anyone else think it's bizarre that they had the opportunity to play the showdown? I would have thought, if I was going to do with the Gavaround, which I wouldn't because I don't like the concept, but I would have thought you'd play Thursday night, have the replay of the granny, right? And then Friday have the showdown. And then start having all the local rivals. So, like, Carlton could have played Pies on the Saturday night. Like, just made something of it. I'm good, Clarence. How are you, my friend? Hawthorn. I don't know if it's a flu balm. You got to remember, my accent's always nasally anyway. I feel fine. Probably a little bit run down, but these short turnarounds are a nightmare for fixtures and for content, I've got to say. So a lot of recording, a lot of talking over the last couple of days. G'day, Anthony. How you doing, mate? So they're having an argument here by the looks. Tom Hawkins versus Jeremy Cameron, who'll kick the most. Well, I mean, I think we've got to stick with the lucky number 30. So far, the squash ball and the 30 Guernsey, the Indigenous round Guernsey, has got us 3 wins on the bounce. Reluctant to change it, Clarence. I hope the club has a special one, though. I do like it when we release a special one. Yeah, I agree, Chills. I think they've just missed a chance. Like, you could have had the Western Derby there. Do you know what I mean? Carlton Pies. We could have gone... Like, do you know what I mean? You could have had Hawthorn versus Essendon. You could have had, like, done something with it. So, because we've got something similar in the UK. We've got the Cardiff round in the Super League where all the teams play, but they genuinely put the sides with local rivalries. So when you go to Cardiff, Magic Weekend, we call it, you've got a reason to stay. So I remember going to one of them and you had, like, you stayed overnight and you checked 2 games out. Yeah, you see, Jace, I would have been with you if the gather round was in a place that's nondescript for the AFL. So if it was in Tassie, Darwin, you know, catchments like that, I would have liked it. I would have liked it a bit more. I just don't see, like, South Australia has a lot of football. So does Victoria. Like, you could argue Queensland to try and build the game. But I would have just thought that would have been the way to do it. Like, do you remember when we had that China game, even though I disagreed with it? If they were going to do a foreign round, that's the round you do it for me. Showcase the game. Do I think Harry will get off? I do, actually. I think it'll be downgraded to a fine. Well, based on watch-along history, Cats will win this game. They've won the toss. So danger here. First win as a captain. Gotta say, they didn't really break off fired up, did they? Bizarre. Bizarre. Hawthorn. G'day, Jolly Pat. How you doing? Much love. Richard. Geelong. Geelong by 33. I'm wanting a good game, to be fair. That's all I want. That's all I want. These are relaxing watch-alongs for me, Richard, because I don't care. Just enjoy the game. It's nice. It's nice to not have anything riding on this game. Will Day fresh off his new contract. Pumps it in. Oh, big tackles. And he's got the free. I like Will Day. I really do. I like him. I think he'll be better for the run, getting some game times. And Bruce kicks the first snag, something that he's done a lot. Good start for the Hawks. And they're getting around him. Would be amusing. Big ask. But I'll tell you what, it's always an interesting predicament, this, because Cats should win this, but with their recent form, questions will ask. The questions will be asked early. If they can get another couple of goals, Cats will start asking questions of themselves, which is all you can do. He's only a small lad, is Old Day. You're right, Johnny Pat. Good little player, though. Got good footy smarts. I love Dylan Moore. He loves the Hawks. What's everyone in chat like with the bounce? Are you pro bounce? Or are you pro tossing it up? I prefer that. I think tossing it up is much fairer. Blitzarb's giving a sloppy free away. Couple of sloppy frees here. Yeah, and I just think chucking it up makes sense. Oh. Cam Guthrie's lost a yard, I reckon. Since he's cut his hair. Hawks looking all right here. Good ball movement. Spot too soon. Oh. 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 Tell you what, some great little football. Yeah, I understand that, Jason. I do. I just think from a sporting perspective, it makes sense. Hope Walpole plays well. Set up for him, but I mean, Cat's in a bit of bother here. 2 sloppy free kicks, 2 goals. Tell you what, very indisciplined by the Cats. And what I love about Mitchell's Hawthorn, this is why I've been hot on them in the preseason. They have no respect for where they are on the ladder. They'll just play their game, and I rate that. I hate seeing teams come out like GWS did against us, play miserable football. Like, they're giving it a fair go. It's another free kick, this time in the ruck. I'll tell you what, little bit of if they go 3 free kicks, 3 goals, tell you what, this will be strife. But I do love it. Even if they lose today, I think Geelong are too good to not get it right. They'll threaten the 8 late doors. It'll be tough, but they are. I don't quite buy into the hype that they're rubbish. But got to give the Hawks credit. I love the forgot. I love the fact that they just play their game, even though they're rebuilding. Like, you've got to respect that. Like, that's what I love about Sam Mitchell. It's why I love him as a coach. He's got his mindset, and they play. And that's tough to do because a lot of teams now just play negative football when they're rubbish. Jesus, another free kick given out. Jesus. It's another in the back free kick. That's what, 3 in the bags now? Tell you what, Hawthorn, fair play as well. Front and centre all the time. Here we are. Oh, how did that not get... What a mark by Sicily. What amount of game time? They'll probably bring him on, what, the back half? Probably the 4th. Day is a magnet. 0-4. Didn't Sydney make the final 0-4 a couple of years ago? They were like the first team for 10 years. It was like the 3rd team in history from memory. It's hard. Sicily is a very, very good footballer. Tell you what, they've worked their way out here, Hawks. Poor kick by Newcombe. But tell you what, look at the pressure from Hawks. They can sustain this. Geelong are in bother. Charlie is it, mate. We know I'm Team Charlie. Tell you what, Tom Stewart gives a free away now. Head high. That wasn't the free he called, was it? Tell you what, Cats are on the ropes here. Jai Newcombe, this is a huge... Once it starts to get out to 3, you're in a bit of strife when the game's gone like this. Early doors, but credit to Hawks. Big Roost, it's a behind. It's Nout. 12-0 the score. Can I have a rule clarification for people? If you're out of bounds and you kick it in and say it hits the out of bounds post, would that just be a straight free kick? Or does it have to physically enter the field of play? Yeah, facts. It's going to be tough for them. I just think you look at their fixtures coming up. They've got some fairly easy games now. I think it's been clouded because I think no one's given Collingwood or Carlton any respect. But they are two bona fide top 6 sides based on what we've seen. Clarence, if you know when Rataclia took that free that was out of bounds, if he hit the behind post, would that be a retake of the free kick, or would it be a shot at goal for Geelong? Enter the field of play. Should be out of bounds, full free kick. I've always wondered that because like that kick there went mighty close because he went across. Just wonder what would happen. Tell you what, Bruce doesn't miss these. And there it is. Hawks, 3 goals in a row. You love to see it. Well done, Hawks. Tell you what, Hawks, if they get the next goal, massive questions are going to be asked. Clarence, good eye, mate. I tell you, if they can keep this pressure up, you just got to keep asking that's what Gold Coast did last week. They just kept asking the question. And when you, as Carlton fans, we know, when you're down in the doldrums, the last thing you want is questions. Oh, Jesus. Danger needs to kick. This is a captain's game, this. Danger needs to do it. Hawthorn just outnumbered and Blitzarbs looks shot there. I hope he's all right for my dynasty team. Geelong getting a bit of the ball now, though. They need this. They need a little bit of control. Oh, it's all right. He's put his head back on. He'll be fine. Oh, the old knee to the ribs. That'll avert because Reeves is about 9'8". Hope he's all right. I love a bit of CJ. Absolutely love CJ. Geelong need this next goal. He's not playing, isn't it, Jolly Pat? I don't. He's not in the team. It's a weird one. They reckoned. They said. Chris Scott said it was just a plan to rest him this game. Such a good game, Clarence. It is. He's a very cool customer. I do think it is the same set of ribs. To be fair, Chills. That's a good kick. That Geelong have got players out here if they can hit them. That is an absolute woeful kick. Good tackle. Max Holmes doing what Max Holmes does and appealing for holding the ball as you take possession of it. He's very good at doing that, his old Maxie. Stengel. Oh, big crunching tackles. Intensity's lifting. I tell you what, if Hawks go out the back here and kick a goal, imagine. This could happen here. It's 50 as well. Oh, I'll tell you what, this is... If this results in a goal, this is a coach killer. I love it, Jace. This could be a coach killer. It looks fairly packed. There is a few empty seats on tier 3. I love how calm Newcomb is under trouble. What a player Jai Newcomb is. It's a great kick by Tom Stewart. Big booming kick. Oh, Hawks. Tell you what, Hawks standing up here as well. I think someone with a little bit of foot speed, I think the Cats would like. Interesting one with Dow there. Oh, there's trouble here, brewing. Anyone could kick a goal. And what has he done there? Oh, that could be miss of the season. That's up there with Harry's. Adam Sard's definitely been playing better football in the games we've seen. Tom Stewart was brilliant last week there. But I see our Tom Stewart as Mitch McGovern. I can't believe there was about 3 players as well who could kick it. Jam and Impey. Oh, that is a Warple. What a mark. Sad has been fantastic. So, yeah, like I say, definitely on form, the better player. No way that. Here he is. Bit of Zach Tui action. I'd love to know how Zach Tui passed his concussion test versus Cowan, because he looked off after it and against Geelong and Gold Coast. Interesting that. Here we are, Reece Stanley. Oh, Isaac Smith giving them the injection they need. Stengo! Ah. Risky cut. Tell you what, a few of them are losing their footing. The way Hawthorn transition is absolutely a delight. I love how Sam Mitchell, Racklear completely bamboozled. How Mitchell sees the game is so modern, and I really like it. G'day, Big Dill. How you doing, mate? You know it's bad when Hawkins is coming all the way to the midfield to get the ball. That is a wonderful kick. Tell you what. Well done, Rats. That was brave. After being beaten last 2 times, brave. Tell you what, this has got the hallmarks of a belter, this, if it stays like this. Here we are, Blitzabs back into it. Big booming kick. G'day, Michael. Cheers, Dylan. He's all right, his old Hollands. And big goal, Jeremy Cameron. The Audi Kerno kicks his first of the night and Geelong's. It is a bit different. Hey, Jason, there's been some bad misses. G'day, Michael. How are you, mate? There's been some bad misses this week. It's nice, though, John, to do a watch-along that's not Cowan. Like, I enjoy watching football. Truth be told, I do not enjoy watching Cowan games. at the point. They are so stressful. It's nice to be able to just watch and not care. Like, I love the buzz, though. I love the buzz, but it's stressful. Oh, Newcombe is a joy. Hey, John, it's just the enjoyment of the game. It's not like whoever wins and loses this, I'll go to bed like I always do. Hey, it's nice, mate, not being stressed. Bit of booper action. Tell you what, Hawthorn's tackling intent is a joy. Has anyone noticed, right, a little interesting pom fact, that when you're the flag Reading Premiers, you know, they changed the AFL logo, but it looks like, you know, one of them dodgy copies that you get from Barley. It looks, I think it's horrible how they've done it. It always looks naff. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, there we are. Hawthorn 20. Geelong 70 with that behind. 6 minutes 40 to go in the first. Oh, what's going on here? Geelong definitely shell-shocked at this stage. Come on, Cam. Love a bit of Cam McKenzie. Well, they had to get better, John, because I was hot on the Hawks saying that they'd get 3 or 4 early wins by the bye. So they've got one. I was starting to get worried. I was starting to get worried. Be an interesting one, Michael. I don't know how they can justify it because that's not medium contact. Like, if that's medium impact, shit the bed. Oh, what a mark. Ratakalia. After being beaten twice early, he's held his roll well there. 5 minutes to go. This is that horrible position now in game that if Geelong kick a goal now, suddenly all that hard work from Hawks is eaten away. Can't believe Reece Stanley fumbled that mark, but tell you what, the chains are starting to come, but Hawthorn will not go away. Warpedo through the middle. Oh, go on. Mate, you've got time. Back yourself. That's a good kick. Oh, the logo. So the the AFL logo that's on all the team jerseys. When you're the reigning premiers, they make it like a gold, but it looks faded, like one of them. Like when you go to the markets and someone's selling them pirated versions of the shirts, dodgy ones that aren't legit, and they look slightly different. Looks like the faded logo. Here we are. Cam McKenzie. Love this goal. Love Cam. He hasn't got the distance. But Hawthorn have been front and centre. Oh! 21-7. Yeah, it looks like, when they do the heat press, and it's like the 8th in the row and it fades. 21-7. That's tell you what, that is a poor kick. You could argue out the bounce deliberate. I agree, Blake. Yeah, it looks like them dodgy ones. I just don't like it. If I was making that, I would change the logo so it was a gold AFL or something. I just think it looks naff. Obviously, when Carlton win a flag, I won't care. I think that's a good call, Jolly Pat. Geelong kick here. They're going to regret missing them 2 easy ones. That is a great kick. Jeremy Cameron lining up. It was a very clever kick as well. Very clever. Misses to the left. 8-21. Been a good game, this. For people saying that this could be a walkover. Going well, Christian, mate. He's one of them players, though, isn't he, Clarence? That he's like Haaland. He'll either score 4 or do fuck all. They want to be careful, though, giving Cameron them easy ones. Oh, Day. Dancing through traffic. Oh, well done, CJ. I love CJ. Love him. Definitely would love... I'd love CJ at Carlton. There's just something about him. He just makes me happy watching him. Oh, cheers, Chills. Mate, much love. Hawkins takes a mark. Oh, and Cameron's going to get one of his frees. That's a great idea, Jason. And as Jill says, make sure you give the stream a like. Yeah, you know, like the stars or something that they have in the World Cup. That would be cool. Like the stars on your arm. And then have a bigger star above your logo if you're the reigning premiers. I think they need to... Because look at it. Look, it looks like it's been put through the wash 20 times. Oh, I just love CJ. He's just such a happy character. I remember going to one of the functions and he's just such a bubbly, lively character. Whatever the magic sponge is, Michael's done wonders for him there. And there is Cameron. So, I mean, Cameron's got that goal. That's a worry for Hawks because you know what he's like. Once he gets 1, he gets 10. Might be a good kick at goal. Can't spit, though, evidently. Half of that's landed on his chin. How many times does Hawkins do that? Hold his ground and just take the mark. Energy levels getting a bit more lively now from Geelong. There we are. It's like tennis, this, signaling to Mrs. Pom. I love a J Newcomb. Thank you. Is the AFL lazy? In what way? Tell you what, Ned Reeves has really improved. Oh, great hustle there. Tell you what, this handball in your back half, it's good to watch, but Jesus, it invites pressure. I mean, it works beautifully, but do you know what I mean? I think they've done it for a while. I know I didn't really notice it until just because my mate's a Richmond fan. He got the 2017 Guernsey, and he'd never bought one since like 2010. And that was when I first started to notice it. And I took the piss because I asked him, did he buy that one from Bali? Because in person, it looks like it's half done. Oh, Jeremy Cameron. What a kick. That ball was going out of bounds, and presence of mind. And the siren goes, and Geelong don't deserve, but they'll be within a point. Presence of mind to do that. 2021 quarter time, Geelong. We said it in the North game. There is levels to this. There's levels to this. And that they're showing their level. Played about 5 minutes of that quarter and a point behind. Hopefully, that's stiff. That we've been there as well as Carlton fans. Do you know what I mean? Played a good, solid quarter and don't have the reward. Fair play to Geelong, though. Gotta say, fair play to them. These car adverts are the most bizarre adverts on TV. Buy a Hilux. Well, he missed last week because he had, was it hot spots on his calf? So I'd imagine they'll take it easy with him. Hopefully he's either returned to training. Don't, like, for me with Cunners, you got to leave him till the bye. Like, do whatever you can to get him ready. Like, we love Cunners, but he's one more 4-6 week injury away from it just being all over Red Rover, and let's be honest. Like, he gets one more. That's it. And I think we all have to accept that. Well, a lot of work to do here. Geelong are gonna have to put A-grade effort in this quarter because they don't want to give Hawks a sniff. We've seen what's happened. When you give Hawks that sniff, they can win this game. If I was a betting man, I reckon it'll be Lob, Carroll, Ed out. Let's think. Lob, Carroll, Ed. Does that work? Yeah, Lob, Carroll, Ed. Definitely out. Kennedy, Hewitt. Kennedy, Walsh, and Co back in. So that would be Honey, O'Brien, Carroll, Kerner, Ed, Akers, Kennedy, Walsh. And maybe make Honey the sub and give him a quarter. But I hope they don't drop him, but I just think that's probably the likeliest. Will Paddy McCartin play again? First and foremost, I hope he's all right, but I do think he's got to worry about himself, hasn't he? He's got to worry about himself because there's more to life than footy. Been really impressed, Steph, with Hawks. They've really brought the intensity. Really brought the intensity. I just think they've had a lot of injuries mid-game, which kills you. But it's going to be interesting. Will Day's been sensational. Hate the Cats. Always tough to like a team. No, I agree with you, Jolly Pat. I think if you can keep him in, you can keep him in. But, I mean, it's a tough one with them midfielders coming in. Isn't it? But there has to be a point they look at it, I think, with McCartin, back to McCartin, that the decision has to come out, doesn't it? Like, there must be a point that with all these concussions that the AFL do it. But, I mean, you'd imagine Walsh, Kennedy are locks to come in. Are locks to come in. Yeah, I didn't mind Fisher's second half, though. I didn't mind his second half, but my question with the second half is when Walsh is there, they are Walsh's minutes because Cherry's getting a monopoly. So it's going to be interesting when Walsh comes back. I don't mind that, Christian. No, I agree. He doesn't often change the teams, but I mean, I think Walsh and Kennedy are locks to come in. So, like Damien says, Fisher was in the coach's votes. I didn't mind Fisher's second half. My only issue with his second half is he will never play that role when Walsh and Kennedy are in that team. So then I've got to judge him as a forward. And I just feel we don't find him enough. Yeah, when Cherry goes to half back, when he's got time, you see how good he is. Which you're never going to get that time in the midfield until the bigger boys come in. Here we are then, second quarter about to, I was going to say kick off, bounce off. That's a pure bounce. Cam Guthrie looks weird with short hair. So does Mears as well. If another injury occurs with Akers or Hollands, I'd say Binns is usurping O'Brien. Oh, you don't often see that. Easy mark missed. Cripps, Kennedy, Hewitt, and Chet. It feels like forever. Let's try and think. Would it be round 10? Feels like ages. Good tackle by Guthrie. Round 18. I was going to say it was a long time ago. Love a bit of Jamie Cripps. Very underrated pressure forward. Cottrell, I think last time they said his injury when he had that refracture was like 18, was like what? It was 6 weeks, wasn't it? 8 weeks? 2 months? So he can't be far away returning to training. Round 18, Jesus, that's mental. Great little ball movement by Hawks here. Right to the outskirts of 50. Oh, what football by Hawks. They tried to screw that up. Shot at goal here. Minute 30 played. Well done, Hawks. Will Day, I tell you. Just buying themselves time. Carl Amon involved as well. And Just smart football. Fergus Green here. It's coming in beautifully. Hawks kick the first of the second. I'll tell you what. Probably against the run of play in the last 10 minutes. The first couple of minutes of this, last four in the first. And that's a big goal, that. Gives them the lead they deserve. Sweet little set shot is old Fergie. See, personally, I'm a big... I like the rotation, Luca, but I think you can't argue with the numbers. That 2021 year Walsh had, he was rested a lot at half forward and it shut Kane Cornes up. And last year, Vossi loved that rotation. I think the more you can get him... Now we've got so many midfielders, you can sporadically play Chera and Walsh in there to keep them fresh and get one at half forward, one down back. And now with Doc coming in the midfield, it gives us 3 points of difference there. I absolutely froth Jai Newcomb. Absolutely froth him. What a footballer. Good day, BG. Tell you what. This is becoming one of them games where you can see Geelong are starting to get a little bit fidgety with that final ball inside the last third. Did they get who from Gold Coast? Jai Newcomb. He came in the mid-season draft. Yeah. He was that. He was that mid-season pickup. He's such a good footballer. Oh, I'll tell you what, Bruce. Oh, he couldn't keep it in. Tell you what, when that ball goes forward to centre, Geelong looked vulnerable. Reece Stanley there, milking everything he can for a free kick. Carl Amon, go! What a player is Amon. Big goal there as well. Back to the 2-goal lead. The Hawks have come to play. Mate, it's what we've wanted for as well because, like, do you know what I mean? When we're fully fit, huge selection crisis. Huge. Does he go Martin, play that taller one? Does he go always? I think he likes that 3 smalls. I do as well. Do you know what I mean? Then next year, do you know what I mean? Like you say, Z will, Chera, who is it? It's a tough one. They do look very touchy. You can see what confidence does to a team, though. Like, this is a team now that's having serious self-doubt. And the Hawks are doing the right thing. Asking the question. Oh, Bruce! Vintage Bruce. Good day, Toby. How are you doing, mate? Oh, big Warple tackle. Oh, you love this. How good's footy? Boydie as well, yeah. People forget. Big depth. Big depth. Good tackle. To be fair, there's no real standout rubbish side, Clarence. Oh, German Impey takes off. Well run down by Gary. Will Day just seems to be everywhere. Oh, did he take the game on? No. Tell you what. Pressure coming from all angles. I love Newcomb as well. Just gives someone a bump all the time. There's something about him. Oh, good football. Can Geelong build here? Good kick. This would be the most Cats goal I could think of if they get this. Ha Tell you what, this is a ripping game. Yeah, Freo don't look good. They're in. It's that rivalry game, isn't it, BG? It's just one of them games. Hawkins has milked that. Oh, get out of each other's way. Look at Impey. Tell you what, the pressure from Hawks, the tackle pressure I'm enjoying. Everyone's willing to get the man. Oh, good mark. They need to build some sustained pressure here, the Cats. It's a great kick. Well read. Poor defence there by the Hawks to leave that open. Spawn, Toby. Oh. Good mark. 30 minutes to go. He's just broken Rowan's ankles. That's filth. Cameron is starting to go a bit deeper. Geelong have pressed the panic button here. I think Cottrell is the perfect super sub. Oh, Cameron's filth. Absolute filth. Started that chain from intercepts and he's back forward, bang. And there it is. And that young cat girl going mental. 26-33. And there is Catman. She is, Luca. Just how I like to see the table as well. Our two teams up there. Been thinking of it for a while. It'd be nice if it was round 23 and that was the case, but good start. Good start for them. Ross doing some miracles with them. $26.33. When we'll see Big Dom, I don't know. I think he's got a lot of work to do, but he's building nicely. I hope he gets enough time. You can see he's coming back without the traditional avenue of the rest of the players. You can see he's still working his craft. Oh, Newcomb behind. Special player. Blues versus Hawks. Be a good game, that, I think. Be a good game. Oh, Will Day! From the heavens. How often do you see a big contract announcement and they have a blind of the next? It is the most tactical skill. Carlton need to announce TDK's 2-year extension the day we play either Adelaide this week, because he'll kick 6, or the Collingwood game. You watch. Spot on, Chris. He loves the specky as well. He likes to go for the unthinkable. I'll rate that. This is that point in the game here where if the Cats get this one here with the overlap, it just kind of makes this game one of them games where you're like, how? Well done, Jarman. 10 minutes to go. 8 in it. Like, look at that logo. It looks piss. Oh, what is he doing? Oh, tell you what, Geelong are looking for that perfect pass. Sloppy free kick to give away as well. Very un-Geelong-like at the moment. That's what Carter needs to do. Just wait for the contract. Do you know what I mean? Give him the contract, the 2 years, and do it. And oh. Rowan's an absolute idiot there. No need. And they've just seeded. That's so un-Geelong. Like, that's a team that you know's under pressure. You know a team is under pressure when they're starting doing that. Jesus, Sam Frost on a mazy run. Oh, well done, Stuart. Starting to play a bit quicker. The game is getting a little bit of spice, isn't it? What's going on here? Honestly, I hate the faded gold logo. I get that it means a lot, and obviously when Carlton have it, I'll probably change my opinion, but it just looks shit. What a shocking kick. Incredible bravery from two big men. Big tackle from Tui. Oh, how good is Foy? How good is footy? 2 balls there, just going for the ball. You love to see it. Played in the spirit of the game. I think he wanted to go, didn't he, old Zach Tui there? But fair play to Conor Nash there. Brave. CJ, loose free kick. Tell you what, Jack Bowes, dirty little player. There could be a free there in the back. Has a reigning Prevary ever gone 0-4? I can't think of one off the top of my head. Someone might be able to correct me. I can't think of one. This makes the game very interesting now the Rainies are coming. What is going on here? Pressure has lifted. Hawkins! Touched on the line by Sicily. Tell you what, this rain is going to make this game interesting. Geelong are trying to play football, and it's not conducive with good football. What a hero, though, Ned Reeves is. Tell you, just quietly. I'll rate that. I'll rate that from them. A weird one, Reeves, and I think ideally they want to play both of them, but obviously Mitch Lewis is coming. Oh, Bruce there. You would have thought he would have kicked that. Tom Hawkins is the biggest suck. What a kick. Made look good by Cam Guthrie. The rain is going to make this game so much more interesting. How does Hawkins get away with dropping the ball so many times? Well done, Dylan. Is that a picture of noodles? What a fucking bizarre. You would have thought they could have just had numbers, eh? For your codes. Like, fair play for being creative, but noodles. Like, if I was I had to think what the hell that was. I like that bet at the moment, Chris. This is a jammy, impy type game. Hey, Chills, that's clever. Hey, Chills, you're on a different plane, my friend. Bizarre, though, isn't it? Like, I had to think. Bit of 2-minute noodles. Half-time meal. This game's set up for Ollie Henry, to be fair. He likes a bit of the wet weather. Well, Peter. This is going to be very interesting if the rain... I think the rain will stay as well. Going to be a great second half. A bit of duckwood. The old sourwood. Well done, Blitz Arbs. Well done. You know, Blitz Arbs' running action's one of them weird ones that looks like he's faster than he is. Good tackle from Gary. Well done, Hawks, getting that out. Good kick. They've got numbers here. That's genius, Damien. How many times have Geelong done that today? Been in that final kick inside 50 and picked out the only Hawks player. Absolutely appalling. Good stoppage for Hawthorn just inside Geelong's D50. A little bit extreme, you know, people with these kickles. You know what I mean? Like, that's a bit extreme, using a bag as an umbrella. Like, come on, it's only a bit of water. You only get wet once. Be a wee bit bitey. Look at Scott. Hates it. I don't think I've had a Before's pie. I'll tell you what, this next goal is going to make the game really interesting. It's getting tetchy. Hawthorn have got space. 1-on-1s all around. Football is it's I would say round ball in the UK. I would say that it makes the game not as eventful, but I just think there's something about wet weather footy. It's like rugby, just makes the game because it's all on basics. They just can't get a kick away, Hawks. Ah! What a game. Game has gone up a gear. Absolutely balls that kick. I'll have a look, Chills, mate. My kids do like a pie and chip dinner. He's just bounced off everyone there and got the kick away. Great little bit of football there from him. Lloyd Meek has just literally bounced off everyone. Bit of work to do for Rakalia. Good tackle pressure from the Hawks. Oh, mate, steak and kidley pie, mate. You can't fall off. Thoughts on Hawthron booing Isaac Smith? You know me, I am not against booing, to be honest. I don't hate booing ex-players. Who do you think will win? I think Geelong will still win it. I won't mind a Hawks win, though. 4 and 20 pies. Jack Billings? If I was going to get anyone from Hawks, you know, I'd get Jade Gresham. Big fan of Gresh. Hawks pressure is on. It's great to see. This is a bad free kick to give away a minute to go. Lloyd Meekey's going to have a big roost right onto the goal square. Could argue in the back from Rakalia. But Will Day. Will Day, he deserves a goal. Michito Owens. I'm a big fan of Mitch Owens. If I was honest, I'd love a bit of Jack Sinclair as well. What a player he is. We got enough of them players there, but I do like Jack Sinclair. Will Day deserves this goal. I'm a pom. I find the AFL way too nice. Do you know what I mean? Like, ex-players, love them when they retire. If they're playing in another Guernsey, couldn't give a fuck who it is. They're going to cop it from me. Half-time, 36-27. Absolute brilliance from Hawthorn. Pressure has been beautiful by them. They have really upped their game. Geelong, scrappy, bit like their season this year. It's not coming together. It's going to be an interesting second half. I'm going to go and grab another drink and have a toilet break. I will be back in 5 minutes. So go and grab yourself a drink and I'll be back in 5. Right, we're back. What did I miss? It's setting up to be an absolute ripping game, this, to be fair. I am excited about this second half. Hawthorn been impressive, haven't they? Jack Sinclair's account. I think everyone's a Carlton supporter there. Hey, finally. Usually these games have been one-sided. We got Port Dogs next week. Hopefully that's a good game. I'm looking forward to that one. Hey there, Lockie. It's going to be an interesting one this second half because, like, honestly, can you imagine the press tomorrow? Should Geelong lose this? Jesus. Hey, they would be. Can St Kilda beat Collingwood? That is going to be a great game. Enjoy it. I'm looking forward to playing at the AO. St Kilda Collingwood is an intriguing task. I'm looking forward to seeing how that counter-punch style of his goes against a really attacking side. I can't wait. I can't wait to see Collingwood St Kilda. Like, they're the games you look forward to watching as neutral. Richmond Sydney's a good game. There's some decent games. But there always is. I mean, this season. Do you know what I mean? All this season, all the sides have been different. Should be a great, honestly, it'd be a great atmosphere. I mean, I'll give Adelaide this. I know people don't like it, but it's a very fierce atmosphere there. It's what you want. But who would have thought? 36-27. This game's tightly poised, especially in the wet. It's going to be a great second half. You'd imagine you throw Ginny in ASAP, wouldn't Collingwood? Surely. Especially with St Kilda. Hey, spot on, Clarence. That's a big milestone for the Blues. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to see the boys get out there, do some damage. Good week this as well, because we've got the Monday night footy. We don't have to wait so long, which is always a beaut. Always a beaut. The old zip line. To be fair, it's always a good. Adelaide games, like Port home games, Adelaide home games, are always pretty good just for the vivaciousness. Do you know what I mean? The vivaciousness of them games. It's going to be weird seeing the other games. I think. See, the other games just been played on a neutral venue. It's going to be interesting. Hopefully it works for the AFL. I like the trying something new. It's going to be a good round. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a weird round, but nice. Nice that the AFL are bringing in something new. I'll reserve judgments with success till Sunday, but I don't mind it. How's everyone's long Easter been anyway? Norwood's shaped like the GMHBA. Facts. Facts, Ben, mate. Currently house sitting. My kids are currently on a sugar-free diet today, so just living that dream. So we're about to start the second half. Predictions for this. Is it Hawthorn or is it Geelong? Edgbaston, that's nice ground. Hope your knee's okay, mate. Hawks by 16, Steph. Hope you're right. Clarence Hawks, Christian Geelong. Set up for a good game. Cats will take the win. Have to stop Jez. He's annoying. Avoid any stimulants my children need to avoid. Dun, 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 dun. That music is the best. Covering the Ashes series, I might do. I might have to get Zoe in. Mrs. Pom, she usually gives the heckles in the house during the Ashes. I reckon it is going to uplift this second half. Hope your knee's okay, Toby, mate. What's going on here? Oh, wreck it, Ralphie. Yeah, not bad. Can't complain, Jay. Say. As long as the kids are happy. I'm all for it. Oh, for God's sake. What would Gold Coast be like if they had Ross? Underrated recruit of the year. I don't think Akers is getting love from the media. And I think the Fat Carlton can defend and hold transition, being what, the fifth least conceded side in points, is pretty high. Rankine, I don't think he's getting enough love. To be honest, no recruits are this year. Lloyd Mead would be a good shout from Steph. Frampton. I think Tom Mitchell needs it. Needs a bit of love because they're strong around the contest. I like Lockie Hunter at Demons as well. Grundy, I don't think anyone's talking about him. He's been sensational since Gorn's out. Kids go Australia. What can you do? Saints versus Carlton in the finals. Surely we'll tee that up. How that's underrated. That in the dark, I can't see with glasses, and it's dark in the room next to my office. And Mrs. Pom showing me what's for tea, taking me glasses off to read. The irony. Yeah, I'm keen for an Ashes watch along. I reckon that'd be good fun. I think the Saints and the Bombers are a tough one to look at because who've they played? They haven't really played anyone of exciting note. I think this week we'll see a lot about the Saints. Having watched... Can you be bothered to do MASH? Can we do MASH? Yeah, I think the Saints, that'll be the game that you'll know. Because I don't think anyone's taking it to the Saints at all. I think everyone's... I feel every Saints game I've watched, the teams have kind of taken the piss out of the Saints. And now you're at round 5, round 6. Right? Do you know what I mean? Where teams genuinely work out changes. And it gets a bit tougher. So I'll reserve judgment. Essendon, who've they beat? Do you know what I mean? It's a good brand, but it's just tight at the clutches. And it'd be interesting to see when they play a team that's free-flowing and expansive. But not taking them. Not taking anything away from both their starts. You can only beat what's in front of you. I will say the Saints have impressed me more than any other side in the comp, though. Because that is amazing. Matty Buck as the new coach. I don't mind it. They've obviously gone with a plan. I kind of would have liked to have seen a woman in there. I thought they could have maybe looked at some former players, but I'll trust the process. It should be great in England. It should be great. I get up and about. The Ashes is one of my favourite times of the year. You'd imagine they'd pick Ed Allen. How many hands? They have to have the longest half time in any sport. I'm keen for a watch along, honestly. Always keen for a watch along. It should be good. Tell you, it should be good. Pom's playing good cricket. It is indeed, Jace. It is. I like the 9:30 kickoffs here. It's nice. It's the 2 a.m. ones that kick my bum. Always a privilege. I had both screens on. I had Rangers Celtic and United Everton. So it was a good night. Channel 7 ads are poop. Honestly, don't want to downplay football, but how long do they do this? Oh, look, there's Clarko and Lewis. Yeah, 5 a.m. They're stiff as well, Steph. Well, we're about to start the third. A 9-point lead to the Hawks. And away we go. Will Day starting as he left off. Be interesting which batter stand up because both teams' lineups like a collapse. Might be the last time we see Jimmy Anderson as well in a Ashes series, which is sad. Seems to have cleared up at the G. It's cold, though, in Melbourne today. For those who are here, it is frozen. Surely that's high. Tell you what, first dubious free. And Mitch Duncan takes the mark on 50. He's amazing, is Jimmy Anderson, as Mitch Duncan delivers one of the worst kicks I have ever seen. I'm not too sure if he was setting that up or having a crack himself, but he needs a word with himself. That was poor. Geelong definitely a lot more aggressive front and centre. I remember when he first broke onto the scene, and believe it or not, a lot of Poms didn't like him. Do you remember when he had the red fade in his hair? Ollie Henry is on for Jed Buse. And the behind, 28-36. And there we are, a scrappy kick inside 50. Tom Hawkins in front of the sticks. Well done there by Danger. The Tri-Series needs to come back. I used to love them. I used to bowl spin, Toby, so I had a very short run-up and bat at 7. So, very short run-up. Believe it or not, being 6'2". My favourite player growing up was Shane Warne. Was Shane Warne, so I was obsessed with spin as a young boy. I wasn't bad. 34-36 then. We've got a game on our hands and the weather's cleared up a little bit, which makes it a little bit interesting. Ollie Henry on the King of Rain. Bit of drift as well, BG. Bit of old drift. Favourite spinner in the modern day? Good question. I do like watching Nathan Lyon play for Australia. I'm a fan. Oh, that's Ollie Henry, the rain specialist. Looks like a goal. I do like watching Rashid Khan. I think he's brilliant. He gets a lot of drift as well. Al Hassan, Bangladesh. I do like watching a bit of his bowling as well. Gonna have a massive review here. Rashid is a good one to watch as well. If you get a chance to watch him in the one dayers for England. Do you know what I mean? I did watch the test a couple of weeks ago, Mishra for Sri Lanka as well. He looked all right. But yeah, I do like watching Adil Rashid for the Poms in one days. Ravi Ashwin, Graham Swan, he was beauty. How long is this review? Like, what are they reviewing? Well, that's one of the more dubious decisions. 35-36. I have no idea what they're talking about there. Was that touch post? It didn't look like it. Got to say, I thought VAR was bad in round ball, but score reviews in football make VAR look like landing on the moon in the fucking 50s, 60s. Do you know what I mean? Jesus. I've stopped complaining about VAR in the UK just because of the score reviews in AFL. Like, I've actually started just being so calm about it, and I used to moan about it every week. Hawthorn need a goal here just to take it. I think Ollie Henry has tripped about 8 players there. Oh, the vision is shocking. Vision is shocking. I mean, it would be like referring an edge in cricket using a Nokia 3210, like from row Z. Gary Rowan here, should be a goal. Jeremy Cameron kicks his second. 41-36. Probably just desserts because they deserved the goal last time. I'm not too sure what they chalked that off. They'll probably score review this because Sam Frost tied his shoelace during the passenger play or something. Just in case his shoelace remnants touched the ball. You know what they should bring in? Controversial rule. But you know when there's a free kick off the ball after a goal, he gets another shot? Because that happens so many times a player kicks a goal and someone just body checks them in the back. It happened to Carlton a few times against North. You get rid of idiots doing that if you said, right, that's 6 points plus the extra shot. You know, like the and one in basketball. Bring it in. There we are, POM rule. Tell you what, Geelong are starting to go through the motions here. Like, just imagine that was an and one. Because I agree with you. Because I think the cheap shots are worse than the in-game ones. Because there's no way Jeremy Cameron was prepared for that. Oh. Yeah, I think it should be an official rule. Peachy. I think it would be a grouse rule that if, like what Sicily did there was no need. It's 6 points. Extra 6. It happens to Cameron Kerno twice. Happened to Kerno twice in 2 of his goals. You go back and watch the play. He got cleaned up. Oh, Ollie Henry from the skies. Said at half time he's the wet weather master. Here he is. Cats now going through the motions. I just think it would be a great little addition. Like, I'd also like to see a reported as an instant shot in front of goal. Because, you know, when someone's reported, it never benefits the team that has had the report against. Like, if the referee umpire puts someone on report, instant shot at goal. Oh, it's just discipline, though, Damien. Like I hate ill discipline. It's what kills me. You know, like when North fans have complained about the free kicks, go back and watch all the free kicks. 90% of them are ill discipline. So I think there should be a punishment for ill discipline. Like, you imagine imagine if Sicily had given away an extra 6 then. He wouldn't do that for the rest of the game. I'll tell you what, Geelong are starting to get into that gear now. Like, they're showing it here. See? That was 6. Never happens again. Could argue that's high. It is. Hawks need a goal here. Big style. Good kick. Well done, Cam McKenzie, as well, finding that space. Oh, Cam. To the other Cam. Geelong are starting to get that control as well of the football now. Look, slowing it down. They're not rushing. Where they're ruthless. $49.36. James Sicily was static. Oh, Damien, I agree. It is. I mean, as a round ball player, we've all slotted one in just as a centre back cleans you out. But I just think them little cheap shots. Oh, what's he done here? Is that for running too many paces? Oh, you hate to see it. That's stiff. Oh, dear. That is stiff. Funny, but stiff. Of course, they score from it as well. Well, that's the 6 points that were owed for the cheap shot. But that's harsh. That could be too much almost. Well, it's meant to be meters, isn't it, Jolly Pat? Is the official rule. But they kind of count it as steps. But not many people run and meet a step. They've got that horrible control as well, Christian, you know, where they're moving the ball now with that surety, which they didn't have. It's that surety you can see in the way that they're moving the ball, that's what's ominous about the Cats. He does seem to Michael. He gets a lot, you know, where if he was right-footed, it would be grouse. Oh, no. Hawkins takes a mark. This has got one of them hallmarks now. where, you know, it has the hallmarks of it could be a battering. Oh, it's a weird thing because if you ever watch round ball, it's yards out. 9 goals. That's 61-36. And that could be all she wrote now. Do the Cats deserve to be 61-36 ahead? Probably not, but there's levels to this. We keep saying it. It's amazing, isn't it, as well? The wheels fall off. Like, they're running too far. It just, once it falls off, how often, when you watch sport, does it actually fall off? Do you know what I mean? It happens so often in sport. Like, I was watching Leeds Palace, and Leeds weren't playing too badly, but once Palace scored, it was like the wheels just fell off. Everything that went wrong went wrong. Oh, no. Geelong. Tell you what, Geelong now just starting to be ominous. And there it is, Stengel. The 15-metre up. Oh, Christian. How many times do you see a kick? That's probably lucky to be double figures. Stengel needs this. You do, Jolly Pat. You do. I think the game of AFL and football, where I think while you've got lots of goals, I think in round ball, it's a very tactical based game, which AFL's starting to become, but that's exciting. I think also the way the leagues are formulated makes it exciting that genuinely there's always a narrative. So where people like complain about the money in football, there's an excitement factor regardless of where your team is in the league table as well. So like United at the moment, we ain't going to win the title, but playing in Europe is huge. But then look at the other end of the table, West Ham are in a relegation scrap. That's exciting. And I think because we don't have the equalisation, it's really exciting when you can see shit teams beat good sides. I think that's something that's super, super exciting about football as my football in the UK. I think that is what is it. Yeah, like there's something sexual about watching a team like Southampton play Man City. Do you know what I mean? Two ends of the table, and like Southampton did it to them last year in a relegation strap, drew, which you just didn't expect it to happen. I'm a big fan of relegation. I don't know if anyone watched the live show, but I suggested having 2 divisions, and if you get promoted to the AFL, they get pick 1. Because I find that weird. Pick 1 comes into that tanking scenario. I think there should be a reward for pick 1. That is the most deliberate throw you have ever seen, and the umpire is right. That's another rule. Throws don't get called. Holding the ball doesn't get called anymore. Incorrect disposal, though. Like, you can just be George Gregan now in the midfield and get away with it. Jolly Pet, honestly, it's fun. It's fun. Get into it. There's also a big thing, like, I know AFL clubs have history, rich history, but football clubs in the UK, they're going back generations. And the locality of your team, and it's the atmosphere of a football game to an AFL game. Totally different. Hawthron got a chance here, and they need this. Oh, Michael, it's stupid. Like, honestly, you can just George Gregan the crap out of it nowadays. Like, we might as well get rid of the handball and just say you can throw it. This will sting Hawthorn. Hey, CC, how good's that? Middlesbrough, eh? Middlesbrough. Growing up in Whitby, when I was in Whitby in my high school years, Middlesbrough's the next biggest team to us. And I remember going to watch Gaza play, Rangers icon. They had a great team. Oh, big tackle! That's a captain's tackle from danger. And the Samba boys, when you had big Janina, he was a good player, Janina. The little master he was. What a little player he was. Oh, they were pants beachy. You know what annoys me? This is another thing as well. In the UK, having a go at the ref is normal. And umpires are way too protected. Like, you can't even say there was shit on Friday. People get upset. Gaza, one of the best players I have ever seen with my two eyes. I've had the privilege of seeing some good players live. Rivaldo, Ronaldinho, some real good players. But I tell you, Gaza, summer house. Specimen. He was. Luton, top 3. Hey, you love to see it. I've never lived in the city of London. I've lived in Brentwood, which is quite near, and worked just out of London. But big cities aren't for me. Not a big fan. I was real north. Viduka, Schwarzer, there were some great players that have gone through. I remember Fabrizio Ravanelli playing for him. The White Feather. Cameron kicks another 73-36, and out of nowhere, Geelong have flexed their muscle, and there's a golfing class. Nice city, London. I'm just not a big city guy. Tell you, Chris, it would have been interesting if Gaza had signed for United, because I think that the alcohol and stuff. I do actually remember having a beer with him when I used to work in Dorset, and Gaza lives out there, and he was very honest about his troubles with alcohol. And I just think if we'd taken him under the wing, it would have been good. I'd love to see Borough in the Premier League. But that's another thing about football as well. Like, if Luton and Middlesbrough get in the Premier League, huge. Nice part of the world, Jolly Pat. 5 minutes left in the third. 73-36. Geelong are now in a level that it's very hard to keep up with. Come on, Hawks. Give us something, boys. Who do I think will get relegated in the Premier League? Tough question. I do think Saints are down. I think they're going to find it very hard to stay up. I think Saints will go down. I think Leicester will go down. And controversially, I think Everton. I think Forest might just snag it. Which would be sad, but I like Forest being back in the Premier League. Big roost in. Forward 50 stoppage. Tell you what, this could be a messy 100-point loss. Which, based on the first half, wowie. Wowie. Like, the pressure has just lifted. It'd be sad, Beachy. I've just got a feeling. I'm shocked Forest aren't down. But they've just got that sneaky feeling of one of them teams that just keeps winning. That'll win games they don't have a right to and stay up. However, Lampard is at Chelsea. Oof, West Ham. It would be funny, CC, to be fair, wouldn't it? I'd be sad if West Ham went down, but that's more for Faz. A bit behind, 74-36. A lot of work to do here from Hawks. Geelong have really got up a gear. It's good though, Michael. I mean, bringing Frank Lampard in is one of the funniest things I have ever seen. And I've enjoyed it. Hawks just can't get the ball out at the minute. Oh, and there is another mark inside 50 from an early entry. Not good enough yet, but it'd be interesting to see what Beale does with a full year in the off-season. Be interesting to see what he does with a full transfer window. There's another goal, 80-36. And bearing in mind that the first half, we were questioning what Geelong were doing. Geelong have gone up a gear. Credit to them. They need this. Geelong need this, and they look pretty ominous. It's a training ground drill now for Geelong, which is a surprise after that first quarter. AFL better bringing in coaches. Definitely more of a method for them. I do find it bizarre, though, that the same coaches get banded around in AFL, which is kind of like in Palace bringing back Hodgson. Celtic have been phenomenal. I hate to say it, but they are a class above. Definitely been shrewder in the transfer market, bolder in the transfer market. Cam Guthrie, another centre clearance. Someone's lost a boot. One of the more blatant throws you'll see. And Mark O'Connor kicks the 13th, 86-36. That Hawks fan there tucking into his meat and tatty pie. He just wants the hole in the earth to swallow him up. And what a change around. You know what? Chelsea, if they're serious, Chelsea or Spurs go after Ange. It won't happen, but it should be. Tell you what, Hawks, what do you say? Absolutely battered. 10 goals in a row. Love the change in Scott's demeanour. Yeah, he looked like he was going to kill someone, and now he just looks like he's normal Sen, which is miserable. It's a bit like Carlton in 2018, though. They could put that intensity up for a quarter and a bit, and then it folded over, and impressive. And now the sloppy mistakes are coming in. Geelong just applying that ruthlessness that you do when you're being a top side for a decade. Like the fact Isaac Smith's got there first to that ball. Unbelievable. Absolutely. I think the difference you would have had as that ball comes in and Ollie Henry gets another mark. I think if you had Ross in, what you would have seen was Carlton would have mastered the basics quicker. But I'll stand by this. I think Ross's game plan's good. I don't think it'll be a top four system there. Ollie Henry kicks his second. 92-36. It is very like North Melbourne. Keep saying it, there's levels to this. And once you find a way to be, what you've seen here, Geelong have just gone back to what works. Confident game plan, calm, control it, not resort to panic, which they did in the first half. And unfortunately, they are a class above. Come on, Hawks. Give the fans something. Tell you what, if they go down and kick a goal with 30 seconds to go in the third, that could be heartbreaking. 20 seconds to go. There is players out all over in that pocket. Oh, Gary Rowan takes the mark. 15 to go. They'll tell him to take his full allotment. This could be heartbreaking. Better for longer spawn, Michael. Absolutely butchered that, but third quarter time, Scott raises a smile, 92-36. And I'll tell you what, heartbreaking. Heartbreaking for Hawks. I don't even know what to say for Hawks. Like, it just shows you where you are. It's a tough league. And unfortunately, Geelong aren't as bad as people think. And once they've found their gear, this is the worst thing for the competition as well. Do you know what I mean? I think. Worst for the competition is them getting their eye in. Like, jeepers. They're going to get an extra pre-season here. And it's tough. Because to be fair to them, they've been very good, Geelong. Hawks have just shown where they are, but Geelong. But there it is. Poor for Hawthorn. They have been, like, after that first half, they don't deserve this, but credit to Geelong. Once they went up a gear, they were supreme. And it's going to be an interesting second half. It's going to be fourth quarter. It's going to be an interesting fourth quarter. Because you hope Hawks can pull it back a bit, make it respectable, but this could be a 100-point loss. Like, it has all the tastings, doesn't it, of Hawthorn are going to come out here and go mental. Let's hope for Hawks' sake they don't. Thank you very much, Damien, mate. Much love. Enjoy what's remaining of your Easter week. I don't believe so. Go Blues. It's going to be a very interesting. It's going to be a very interesting fourth, this. A very interesting fourth indeed, but I suppose we'll find out. Amazingly, everyone in the tipping league picked Geelong. I was hoping I might be able to snag one. It's going to be an interesting one, the forward line versus ours. Indeed. Much love, Chris. Happy Easter, my friend. Well, here we are, the fourth quarter about to start. And this could be messy. Spot on, Chris. That's Christian. That's it. The boys have got to go out and just. It's literally what Geelong did in the third. They played a Carlton game in the first half, not quite backing themselves in. Once they did, there's a level. Carlton have just got to do that from the start. Just come out and be like, you know what, we're the better side and dictate play. The minute you react to opposition, you saw it against North GWS. You're screwed, and every team does it. Oh, Paddy D. Tell you what, Danger has really lifted his standards this game. It's copped a lot of hate, Danger, and I'm not Danger's biggest fan. Wheaters on Walker, that'd be an interesting matchup. David King looks so serious 90% of the time. Here we are, fourth quarter. Hopefully Hawks can come back here, give something. Shizu has been amazing. I'll tell you what, I'm loving the tackle intent there. He's probably in trouble any day, though. He's probably going to miss a week, which is harsh. But you can see him missing a week for that tackle. earlier. Because you know what the AFL are like now with heads. Ball comes in. They need this. Geelong scutter it out. Oh, that rebound's not great. Brave from danger. CJ versus Smith. Well done, sir. Chance here. Oh, he's put the mat down. Tell you what, credit to Hawthorn here. And Geelong, they're fighting for this. And Geelong, oh, this is an easy goal. What's he doing? That was an easy goal. 18 minutes to go. Oh, they're getting fumbly now. The pressure's coming. And Hawkins has absolutely bodied him. And Stengel with the handball goal. 98-36. And that is... This could be a hammering. This could be 100. And that's sad. Has to be said that is very sad. But that is professional sport, isn't it? Hey, what? $15 for 100 points plus looks like the easiest money in the world from Sportsbet. As another mark comes in. "17 minutes. Surely that was a Markhams. Witch's Hat, spot on. It's tough, Jolly Pat. Tough league. Hogs have got one out here. What has Chad Wingard done there? Absolutely woeful from Wingard. Oh, tell you, when it goes wrong, doesn't it? Let's be honest. When it goes wrong, it goes wrong. But that is poor. He owes them this. He does. The dribble file. He owes them this, though. Does Wingard. But that was one of the worst passages of football I've ever seen. And that's a behind. Oh, they're not looking for each other. Poor football. Will Day had his back to him. And this could be another goal. Oh, and Sicily gives away the free, and Cameron in his areas here. $104.37. Spot on, Jolly Pet. He has fallen downhill, and that is poor. 15 minutes to go. This could be by 100, honestly. This could be, honestly, I reckon they'll hit 100. I really do. Which is appalling. I feel you, Jim. We do know how they're feeling. It probably will be at the point. There's Daisy. It does have 2018 Blues vibes, Jim, mate. How good was them days, mate? Thank God we don't see them anymore. The only thing that'll stop Geelong getting to a 100-point win is Geelong being Geelong. It's a shame for them as well, because that first half, good intent, but once Geelong went up a gear, you saw that there's massive levels. Massive levels to this game. Like that's an easy kick. It's all fall apart, this. Like, he's just fumbled that 12 times, Bose, and got away with it. Oh! $105.37, 30 minutes. Taking nothing away from the Cats, though. And when they've gone up a gear, this is what they needed. And next week, like you say, Eagles, they're going to play themselves into it. Do you know what I mean? They're going to play themselves into it. I'm still shocked people did. Looking at the next three fixtures, 3 and 3. It's fine. I feel like the media have downplayed Collingwood and Carlton. Tough job, isn't it, Sam? Is he ordering a pizza, Sam? You probably would want to, wouldn't you? I'll tell you what, I hope it doesn't get to 100 for Hawthorn's sake, because they're the ones that sting you. You can cop a hiding, but When he gets to triple figures, that's dark areas. Oh, good kick. And this is great for Geelong because their control game has died and they're getting so much opportunities to win the ball back. They'll definitely be in the 8, Jim. I agree with you, mate. They'll definitely be in an 8. Like, if anyone thinks they're an easy beat, good luck. Bruce, they need this goal. This would be their first goal in the second half, wouldn't it? Jeeps. I've been there. 10 minutes to go coming up to. Bruce needs this. Slots it. Big goal. Get around them, Hawkers. Chills. Have you noticed since the noodle thing, they've gone pants? You got to feel for Hawks. Can't feel for them. It's a tough place to be. They needed that goal there. That's better. A bit of energy. Will Day injects it. That's surely a free umps. It is. Hawks are going to get 2 in a row. Pull it back a little bit. Oh, it's stiff, isn't it, Michael? They'll fancy that, BG, I'd imagine. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. It did. They needed that. So we're coming up to less than 10 minutes. The umpire's just giving free kicks for bants. It's way too easy in this corridor. Callum on with the Megs. That's the stoppage. This. Hey, tough place to get out of Life Beach. Oh, tell you what, Isaac Smith trying the karaoke finish. Oh, it could be a massacre. I agree, Jim. Hey, tell you what, City doing everything they can. That was suicidal, that. I love that, Michael. Ollie Henry, he's been superb since he's come on. The king of wet weather football, we called him at half-time. It's all too easy now. 9 minutes to go. Hawthorn clinging on. And Jeremy Cameron's going to be given another gifted goal. Cameron gets an awful lot of frees. I'm not downplaying him, but I think that's more because of his talent. But he gets peppered when he plays. I love it, Jim. I love it. 9 wins. I love that, Michael. Here we go. Oh, Cameron. Big mark. Pay the Markhams. Stiff. It's deliberate. It all goes wrong. Oh, no, it's not. I was going to say, I thought he'd signaled deliberate. That's harsh. Oh, Rowan. What a goal. 113-44. And this is becoming messy. It is becoming messy. I hope you do, Michael. It's going to be a great game. Hey, Jackson, if Charlie could get as many frees, he could have about 2,000 goals a year. But fair play to Geelong here. It's been a very impressive second half by the Cats. Oh, it's another free. This plus 4, this 100's looking on. Look at the intent from Cats there. Honestly, North and Geelong fans need to have a word with themselves because they are a disgrace how they've acted when they've lost. Hey, Michael, they should do. It'd be an honour. Danger here with the intercept. Facts, Jim. That 100 plus is looking mighty on. There's the goal. 120-44. Geelong are pulling away. Well, Geelong are just reminded the media they are the premiers. They have put on a very accomplished performance. Dejection on the Hawks' face. You got to feel sorry for him. Oh. Tell you what, you've got to feel sorry for the sides who play Cats next as well, because they've really had a chance to cream their ball work. And fair play to them. You've got to give them the kudos here as well. They're still going for it. You'd forgive them for taking their foot off the pedal. Oh, it's way too easy. Sam Mitchell, look at all these outs in the 50. Oh, that is poor from Hawks. What did Sicily just do there? Tell you what, it's becoming training ground. I love that from that Hawks little girl, though. She's still cheering. You know what? Credit to that girl. Credit to that girl. That's a proper fan, that. I rate that. Hats off to her. Because we all know in this chat what it's like to get battered. And that kind of support will get them out of the mess. Come on. Oh, great little first touch there. That's it, Hawthorn. Build, build, build. Don't mind old rats down back, you know. Tackle intent from Geelong as well, considering that they are so far ahead, they're lonely at this point. Yeah, chills. I think there's a big difference, though, between us and them. Like, they've got winning down pat. We're still learning to win. I remember reading a Dimmer quote in 2016, 2017, talking about going hard and getting hit on the overlap and learning just to see games out before you start killing teams. And I think that's something with us. We do look vulnerable when we go hard late in the game. I do think Mitchell sees out the rebuild. I do. I think it's obvious the length. TJ, mate, it's tough, my brother. Mate, honestly. It's tough, my brother. Come on, kick this. Oh, no. It's going to be interesting what they do, Hawks, in this off-season. There's a good argument, I think, they need to go hard in free agency. Keep hitting the draft, but bring in some just medium-age players to help mature the juniors. Oh, great kick. Yeah, it's up already. I love Sam Mitchell. I'm a big fan. Tell you what, Geelong's control. Is there anything more ominous than Geelong going down the wing? Hey, Fred, mate, it's been woeful. Much love, Ant. Oh, tell you what, 121.45. Stop, it's already dead, Geelong. Do you reckon they're going to have to do something about these ruck contests, aren't they? Because Reeves there on that replay has done it again. Geelong's showing no mercy. Like, how aggressive is that kick in defence? Like, that's just been cruel, man. There's outs all over inside 50 as well. Cheers, Fred, mate. Much love. 2 minutes to go. Can Hawthron get another one? You know what? Does anyone else watch this and get like them feelings of when we were like this? Does anyone else get them feelings like when we were like this? Like you actually kind of feel ill? Like you actually feel like I can really relate to how Hawthorn are feeling, and it's not nice. Like, Jesus, I've left games like this. Oh, Cameron, you 127.45, spot on, Manny. Jamie Cameron kills the umpire. How did that happen? Hey, the umpire might have done the entire AFL world a favour there. That is the best thing I've ever seen. I'm gutted the crowd didn't shout ball. Hey, Danny, mate, it's crazy, innit? Hey, Manny, it should be a life ban. You know what? If he gets cited for that, he won't. But can you imagine? Part of me wants him to get cited for that just to see Scott's reaction. Tell you what, Geelong are just evil. Absolutely evil. They're having another shot goal, 1 minute 40 out. This, you know, Scott, you'd think he'd wry a smile, wouldn't you? But I suppose Scott's probably pissed off with the first half. Much love, Michael. Enjoy yourself, my friend. Can Hawthorn snag one? Oh, some lazy handballs. Surely not. "40 seconds left. There is a chance of another goal." "30 seconds to go." Can't wait for Thursday, Manny. That should be all she wrote. 5 seconds. If he takes this mark, the pain is over. Hawthorn 6-9-45. Geelong Cats 127 and 19 goals, 13. Jeepers. We've been there. Fair play to Geelong. The Cat Man is happy. But that is a statement to the AFL that Geelong ain't so bad. We'll be back Thursday for the Watchalong. Stay tuned. We've got some doggies content, some port content. That's going to be our chosen game this week. There'll be the preview coming out probably Wednesday time for Thursday. Much love, everyone. Thank you for sticking around. Enjoy what's remainder of your Easter. And until next time, Pom out.